that you practice in the morning. So I am grateful for my job. You know, I'm grateful for the fact that I get to go to work. You see the reframing there? Instead of I have to go to work. You know, Anthony Steele, Eva, is a great one because he's the one who I used to say, I got to go pick up my kids from school. I got to go and do this. I got to go. And Anthony would reframe it and he would say, oh, I get to go pick up my daughter today from school. You know, Anthony talks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get to go pick up my daughter today from school. And I'm like, you get to, that's so cool how you frame that, coach. And he's like, yeah, you know, and he had been working on that himself. That one thing, reframing what your inner dialogue is saying about your day. That's huge. That's huge. It's right in front of our face. It's like a fish tank. It's like a fish in the water that can't see the water because he's swimming in it. He doesn't know. We're like that. We don't see what's right in front of us. Our inner dialogue, it feels like it's us. No, that's just what we've conditioned ourselves to believe. Our inner dialogue is not us. It's just our conditioned mind speaking. Okay, it's an aspect of us, but it's not our core self. We can retrain our mind and we can retrain the way we look at things. And there's a really great quote by Wayne Dyer. Has anyone ever heard that quote, what I'm talking about? The quote is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Makes sense.
Yes. So say it one more time. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it's more than just wishful thinking. In fact, that statement is deeply rooted in science, believe it or not. If you study quantum physics at all, you'll see that when they do quantum experiments, they shoot photons through a screen. Depending on how they're observing it, the photons can either take the properties of a wave or a particle. And it boggles the minds of scientists that depending on how they're observing it, it actually changes what they're observing. So same with your mind. Your mind is a reflection of the universe and of quantum physics. Everything is the same physical reality. So if you're changing the way you look at the things you look at change, what are some things that you can do to reframe your day, how you're looking at things? So that's one way to stop feeling burnt out, stop spinning your wheels, and basically stop resisting. Has anyone gotten to that lesson where we talk about Wu Wei?
That's the second lesson, and I stopped right before there.
All right, great. So Wu Wei is like a Chinese term that means non-action, but it doesn't mean non-action as in doing nothing. It means that you're letting the natural course of things occur without getting in the way, without being your own resistance. You know, it's one thing doing a boot camp workout. It's another thing, like what Coach Carlos does, is throwing a 50-pound weight vest and then doing the boot camp workout. He's adding his own resistance, but are you adding your own resistance to life? You know, what kind of weight vest are you holding on to right now that's preventing you from feeling free in the moment? You know, it's like if you're going to work or doing like day-to-day things and you're in a bound nature state, then that's going to reflect your state of mind and it's going to drain you. And then the people that you come across are going to feel drained, not uplifted. So, I mean, ask yourself, like, do you want to be that person when you interact with somebody during the course of your day where they go, dang, you know, that Anessa, she's amazing. Like every time I talk to her, like I'm uplifted. I come away feeling great from that conversation, you know, which I know that's how Anessa is. You talk to Anessa and she just lights you up. And so, but everyone could be like that. Everyone could be like that. So that's the reframing part. The next thing is a daily routine. We've talked about this a lot, and I recently put up, I believe it's lesson 8. It's in the Facebook page right now. It's all on daily routine and how you can maximize a daily routine for yourself. You can call it anything you want: an inner strength routine, a mindset routine, an inner power workout. What do you want to call it for yourself? And what do you want it to consist of? Because it has to be customized for you. Oh, you know what? I'm going to press mute just 1 second.
Yeah, please, on mine. Sorry.
That's okay. This is good, Eva, because I'm like learning how to use this thing. And so you are helping me big time. Okay, I'm going to.
I tried to mute it.
I muted myself. Hold on. Manage participants. Oh, you muted yourself. Okay. Great. Yeah, so everyone should have a mute button there where you can mute yourself. I think I can mute people too. Oh yeah, here we go. So mute all. So allow participants to unmute themselves. Sorry, I'm just looking at this. All new participants are muted. Allow participants to unmute themselves. Continue. Okay, so I basically muted everybody. If you want to talk, just hit the unmute button and jump in. So I went over reframing, now a daily routine, talking about that. So you have to customize that for yourself. So I recommend going in there and watching lesson 8 on the mindset lessons, and you'll see inside of there that there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's not just one way. You might have different amounts of time available. You may have an hour that you can block off in the beginning of your day. You may have a half an hour. You may have 15 minutes. Heck, you may have 5 minutes, but it shouldn't prevent you from doing some type of a morning mindset routine where it's kind of like a ritualistic behavior. It's a conditioning. It's almost like, one of my friends who we interviewed on the podcast recently, Kira Palme. She's a author, speaks all over the world. She coaches people, and she. What was that? I totally lost my train of thought. Does that ever happen to you? Totally lost my train of thought. Anyways, I'll come back to that. But the daily routine has got to be there in some way, shape, or form. I recommend some type of silence where it's like you're doing meditation. It could be listening to some type of audio meditation, like a guided meditation, or it could be just breathing. However you want to do it for you. I recommend also a visualization. So time where you're spending time visualizing what's called the mental movie, or as one of my coaches, Brian Grasso, says, imagination theater. So you're going in your mind and you're visualizing what it is that you want as your outcome. And you're seeing it and you're feeling it as it's already happened. And that's called future pacing. When you're already thinking of something in the future that hasn't happened yet, but you're imagining it like it's already happened. And the power of imagination, the power of the human mind is unbelievably, it's the strongest force in the world, the strongest force in the universe. I'll put it that way. The power that you have right there in your head. Go ahead and grab your head like this right now. Grab your head like this. And recognize that the most powerful force in the universe is right there. Like you're in possession of it. Isn't that cool? Like you can make things happen like you wouldn't believe. And so the visualization process, like for example, when I was 21 years old, I was having a hard time in life. I had no money. I had a job that I hated. I had a girlfriend that we were breaking up, and our relationship was on the fritz. I was using drugs and alcohol to hide my pain and stay numb in the world. And so, if I were to stay there, I would have just gone into the most darkest place imaginable. And I didn't want to do that. So what I did was every day I visualized something better for myself. And what I did at the time, where I was having a hard time in college. I was having a hard time academically. So what I did was I used visualization every single day to give myself a vision of what I wanted. And I saw myself as a martial arts instructor. I saw myself with the black belt on, so I see right here. I saw myself with this black belt. Look at that. Wow. And I saw myself, tying it on and being able to, wear this black belt in front of students that I'd be training myself, right? And I would visualize myself tying this thing every day. And I would visualize myself bowing and having respect for myself and respect for others and other people respecting me. Because at the time, I didn't respect myself and nobody respected me. I hadn't done anything in the world deserving of respect, right? So that visualization led to me taking action, right? Nothing happens without action. We know that. But it was the visualization process that got me to take action because I could now see it clearly. I could see myself signing up for that class and paying my monthly bills, and working hard in other aspects of my life to make sure my training happened. I had no idea who I would meet or what would happen or any of the details. You kind of leave that up to the universe, but my intention was there. And so what happened was I ended up doing exactly what my vision was telling me to do. And I ended up getting that black belt, and I ended up, making big strides in my life through the training, and I just kept taking action. So what are you doing now to visualize your future in the way that you want it? Okay. What are you doing now? Are you visualizing every day? Are you taking that step? Like Jim Carrey, he would park on top of Mulholland Drive and just visualize and imagine, right? He was dirt poor, driving a hoopty bucket, going up and overlooking Hollywood and saying, I'm going to be an amazing comedian, millionaire, loved by millions. And he would just sit there and just feel that. And doing that every day, obviously it actually worked because he was able to take action on his vision. So write down, what is your vision? What is your vision? Write it down, and then every day spend time inside of that vision. And what you might find is that there's a little bit of resistance. Like, am I worth it? Am I worth sitting here and putting time into this vision? What if it never happens? Or what if I fail? What if somebody laughs at me and they think I'm stupid for this? Shouldn't I be doing something else with my time? Like worrying about my emails and worrying and having anxiety about my day. So it really is making a commitment to that. So that's your daily routine: meditation, visualization, some type of exercise, a healthy breakfast. Make it how you want it. So that right there is going to put a stop, boom, into spinning the wheels. Okay, because now you have intention. From intention, now you can write down goals. Okay, what are my goals? My goal is to X. My goal is to Y. Write down goals based off your intention. I like intentions better than goals because they feel, goals kind of set you up sometimes for failure. Intentions give you room. Does that make sense? Intentions give you room. Write out a 6-month intention. What do you intend for the next 6 months of your life? Where do you want to be in 6 months? How do you want to feel in 6 months? How much money do you want to be making in 6 months? What's your career path in 6 months? Who do you want to be with, or what type of person, whatever, do you want to be spending your time with? Okay, create that. Don't leave it up to chance. And then one day a week, go ahead and hold up the number 1 right now. Hold up that number 1. One day a week, make time, carve out 1 hour for a weekly review. Okay, a weekly review. The weekly review is at the end of the week, you count your wins. Okay, what did I do? You can look at that calendar that I'm going to upload for you guys. You can put that and say, okay, this week I worked out this many times. I meditated this many times. Great job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Go out to the store and buy a bunch of gold stars and put one on your forehead. Just walk out, the gold star on your forehead. People be like, what's that? They're like, I give myself a gold star, fool, because I'm gold. Okay? Do something to shake it up and give yourself a win every single week. And also be real with yourself, right? If you're not coming through, it's reality check time. I gotta reality check myself. I have a support group, just like you have a support group here, I have my own support group that keeps me in check with my reality. And when things are off, they can call me on it. They can call me on my bullshit. And believe me, I've been called on my bullshit plenty of times. I need that. So call yourself out on, what it is that you're not coming through with, and then just fix it. On the next week, do better. All you have to do is do 1% better than you did the week before. Okay? Take action and don't hide and shrink away, because that's the tendency. Oh, I'm going to hide. I'm not doing good. I'm not keeping up with my fitness. Oh, I gained 10 pounds, so I'm not gonna show my face. I'm not doing my mindset training like I thought I would be doing as consistently, so I must be a failure. That's just our minds that want to step in and say that kind of crap. That's not real. Really, it's a process. That's why we always say trust the process and be willing to go through that kind of process. So that's it, guys. It's that daily routine. It's how you're framing your day. That's how you can really start with it. And then it's your weekly review and just building week by week. Always training. Like you got to put it this way. Mindset is just like strength training. If you stop strength training, you're going to get weaker. Your muscles are going to atrophy. It's just like nutrition. If you stop eating right, you're going to start like feeling lethargic and gaining weight. So mindset is no different. Mindset is just like that. You have to continue to do it. As soon as you stop fitness and nutrition, you go slide backwards. Same thing with mindset. As soon as you stop, you're going to slide backwards. So use these calls as a way to root yourself back into your own commitment with yourself. Okay. And then just really quickly on the calendar, we have the holiday party. It's the first ever mindset party. Yeah, way of lifestyle. It's going to be at my house and you're all invited. It's going to be a good time. All you have to do is, it's going to be a potluck. So bring any kind of dish you want. Any kind of dish you want, whatever you want, an hors d'oeuvre, an entree, a loaf of bread, just whatever you want. And then, or you can bring a drink or whatever. And then, what else? Oh, and everyone has to do a talent. Everyone has to do a talent. You either have to, write and read a poem, sing a song, do a dance, karaoke. We have karaoke here. So everybody has to do a talent. So I'm going to be reaching out to people and you're going to have to respond. What is the talent that you want to do? All right. I'll be doing some guitar, playing some guitar. And should I sing a song? Do you know Johnny Cash? I hear that train coming around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down the San. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Hey. All right. So I'm going to unmute everybody. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to unmute. So let me see if I know how to do this. Self. How do I unmute you? Unmute. All right. Unmute. Okay, I can see you guys. All right, here I can hear you guys.
Hi.
Thank you for being on the call. What was your one takeaway today?
For me, it's how I haven't been. I haven't had a vision, and when you don't have a vision, you get lost a lot easier. So I want to definitely include that in my day, so I can start my day with a clear intention.
There we go. And write it up on the wall, Inessa, and make it something that you read every day. And that's perfect. If you just did that one thing, that's going to change your life, in incredible ways that, you can, you have no way of knowing what it's going to do, but it's going to give you a trajectory that's going to be incredibly powerful. So Great, the vision. I love it. Thank you, Inessa. You rock. Eva, did you lose the call? Where'd you go?
Hey, boys, Kathy Kittles here.
Hey, Kathy Kittle. What was your takeaway? Thanks for getting on the call. What was your takeaway?
You know, my takeaway on this was consistency.
Yeah.
You got to do it every day, and it really hit home for me when you talked about exercising regularly and eating right regularly, because it's true. If you don't do that on a regular basis, it gets off track, and then you just kind of feel like, oh well, you know, I will get back to it. You know, I will. Well, it's harder to get back into it than it is to just stay on course.
That's right. That's right. You know, that's exactly it. It's the analogy of pushing a heavy cart up the hill. You're pushing and pushing and pushing, and if you stop pushing, you've lost your momentum. So to start it up again, it takes all that effort to get it going again. So, but if you keep pushing the cart up the hill, you'll be able to keep it going. So, yeah. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I hope you can make the holiday party too. Do you have any time?
Was that the first Friday of the month?
Yeah, that's the first Friday in December, from 6:30 to 9:30. It's also going to be a white elephant, where you bring a gift for $15 or less, and we have a gift exchange.
I actually think my company holiday party is that same night.
Oh no!
What's the date?
What?
What's the date? The date's the 2nd?
The 2nd, Friday the 2nd.
Yeah, I am 90% certain that's the day of my holiday party.
Oh man. Well, it's a crazy time of year where there's so many dang parties. And
Exactly.
yeah, so I mean, do what you can do, but it won't be the last get together. I want to have like another get together where we do like a hike or something like that. And we're waiting for your foot to get better anyways, Kathy. So get that foot better and we'll go on a hike together.
I have another appointment with the doctor tomorrow, so we'll see how the progress that I'm making with my boot. It's getting more flexibility in it, so I feel like I am making progress, but it's definitely not 100%. It might be 80% though.
Good.
Yeah, I hope.
You'll be healing up in no time.
Hey, and I left a magazine for you at the camp yesterday.
Oh, a magazine?
Yeah, Colors should have given it to you.
Oh, I'll check that out. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. You
Really
bet.
appreciate that. Eva, what was your one takeaway?
Sorry, my computer promised it would give me 2 hours of battery power, but it didn't.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened. I'm so sorry I missed out on the last couple minutes.
That's okay.
But my takeaway was I definitely need to take that. I mean, there was lots of takeaways, but I definitely need to take that 1 hour of review each week. I think the calendar you showed at the very beginning will probably be helpful. So I'll probably change the thing at the bottom where it totals like the first 15 days and the next 30 days. I'll probably do it for each week.
Yeah.
I can keep track of that. I kind of like spreadsheets. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean.
That's going to be my talent at the party, by the way.
Yes, you're going to be the spreadsheet master, right?
I don't think anybody's going to really appreciate that talent.
I know. I love spreadsheets.
Oh,
Yay.
Nessa does too.
Awesome.
All right. Well, yeah, I can't wait to hear about what talent you are going to bring for Reels. I think Eva's going to sing.
No.
Can a talent be silent?
Huh?
Can a talent be silent?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
For some, it's kind of required at this point in time.
Yeah.
Not for us, though.
Like the staring contest.
Staring contest. That's a good talent. That's a great talent if you could beat people in a staring contest.
You just have to make them blink.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super stoked that we're able to use this Zoom thing and be able to see you guys. So I love that.
Much
And,
better.
Yeah. And then another thing to watch out for is my wife and I are doing a reality TV show. So check that out.
What? Nice.
Not formally. We're just going to do like a Facebook Live thing. But it's going to be my wife and I. And when we get together, we're hilarious. Freaking hilarious. So check that out, but you'll hear more. Basically, my wife is a scientist and she's a foodie. And she's an amazing person. She's a traveler. She's a mom. She's all these different things. But she's a foodie and I'm a fitness trainer, and it makes for interesting conversation. So we'll see what
I look
happens.
forward to
But all right, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Thank
seeing you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
See ya.
Good night.